Hey, what's going on, YouTube? We are looking at week 2 in the NFL, and it is Friday, September 13th. Friday the 13th, so hopefully it doesn't bring us any bad vibes. But let's jump into the picks. So, the first pick we're going to look at is Eddie Pinheiro. So, I've already gone through this to streamline it again. I'm using the Daily Grind Fantasy tool, the DFS Optimizer. We're looking at the odds that we're getting here on PrizePicks, and then we're comparing them across the rest. So Eddie Pinheiro, not a consistent line here, but I really like this one at under 5.5 kicking points. If you take a look at performance here on Outlier, you can see that they're playing the Chargers. Chargers are a good football team. They're going to be well coached. The Panthers last week looked like an absolute dumpster fire. I don't expect that to change this week. You're looking at maybe 10 points again against a really solid Chargers defense and a team that's going to run the ball. Should be a fairly fast-paced game. So I like Eddie Pinheiro there to go under 5.5. The next pick that we're going to look at here, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes, and we're going to go over 4.5 rushing attempts. So if you look at this, he's been rushing the ball more in his last 3 games. He is playing the Bengals this week, so a bit of a rivalry. The Bengals look like a surprise bad performance last week against New England. He rushed the ball here 4 times against them last year, but he's a little bit more mobile. He's always on the move. So we're going to go over 4.5 rushing attempts there, and you can see here as well. So everybody, all of the lines here have him at 4.5 as favored to hit the over. Okay. Next pick, Demarcus Robinson. So if you've been paying attention, the Rams had Puka Nacua go on the IR. Robinson he was basically the number 3 option in this offense. So we should suspect him to get some more play here. So again, heavy odds on him to go over 3.5 here across all lines. So we like that. We go and look. Robinson started getting involved towards the latter part of last year, more into the offense. Again, this was Puka and Kupp still heavily involved, and he was still getting this number of targets. And you've got the Rams at Arizona. Arizona has a pretty poor defense. Good offense, though, so we should suspect that there'll be a decent number of points scored in this field. And, the Rams always love to spread the ball around. So I like Robinson over 3.5 there. The next pick is going to be Justin Herbert. Okay, we're going to go, I believe, under 29.5 passing attempts. Why? 1, you're playing the Carolina Panthers, right? 2, you're in a Jim Harbaugh, Greg Roman offense. They're going to look to control the ball on the ground. They should not have issues moving the ball against the defense. He had 26 pass attempts last week against the Raiders. The Raiders aren't world beaters, but they're a lot better than the Carolina Panthers. If we find Herbert, he's somewhere down here. Here we go. We look at the pass attempts across the board under 29.5. There is agreement that he's going to hit this. You're getting 28.5 here on whoever this is. But we like under 29.5 for Herbert. And then one of the last picks we're going to add to the slip, because we're going to get a free pick here as well this week again. It's going to be Jonathan Taylor. So you got the Colts at Green Bay. Green Bay is without Jordan Love, most likely. As we sit here on Friday, that's the expectation. If you're familiar with Malik Willis and his performance in Tennessee over the last couple of years, he's never thrown a touchdown pass. He can't really move the ball through the air. You should not be adding any kind of Green Bay Packers props to your slip this week unless it's under on receiving yards or receptions, because they are going to struggle to move the ball around. I'm pretty much staying away from Green Bay because who knows what happens at this point until we have more of a update on Love. But if you look at Jonathan Taylor over 18.5 rushing attempts, you're getting the odds that he's going to do that here. And then looking at the data here, again, he got 16 attempts last week against Houston. This was a competitive game back and forth. My assumption here is that the Colts should go in and win this game. They're going to look to control the ball on the ground, speed up the clock, They shouldn't have an issue getting off the field defensively. So this is going to be a game about control, which is why we like the over on carries here. And you can see it's more favored to hit the over than the under, although fairly split. But I like it a lot to go over. So if you look at the picks here, you've got Pinheiro with less than 5.5 kicking points. Mahomes over the 4.5 rushing attempts. Demarcus Robinson over the 3.5 receptions. Herbert less than 29.5 pass attempts. Jonathan Taylor over that 18.5 rushing. And then the free pick of the week is going to be Caleb Williams over the half passing yards, which is important because he looked terrible last week. I almost wanted to go the under until I realized this was a free pick and no reason to risk it if we're getting that. So again, this takes you to an arena play if you're in arena state. So that's basically 25 times the money that you put down. So $5 bet, 6 picks to pay $125. You're looking good there. And yeah, those are the picks for today, Friday 9/13. As a reminder, check out the Daily Grind Fantasy tool for yourself. I've got a link in the description. You can go and make these picks. I am using the DFS Optimizer tool right here. It's about, $50 something a month. And it's one of the many tools that I use. These lines are generated constantly throughout the day. They're always changing. So definitely be sure to check back on the weekend. And we'll have a pick for you tomorrow as well. But that is the pick for today. Again, here it is. And as always, if you want to receive these picks in real time, just subscribe to the free plan. You'll get this pick, essentially, the ones that I send out every day. It's going to be 1 pick per day. And then if you want to do the daily, weekly, monthly, or annual passes, you can check that out here, which is pretty good value, right? Because I'm using this tool. I'm using Outlier. I'm using the AI slip generator. Using Player Prop Shop. So those are all like a lot of monthly subscriptions. If you want to make the picks yourself, $59 is basically the price you'll pay for Daily Grind Fantasy. Definitely feel free to do that if you want to have a little more fun with it, or if you want the picks sent to you automatically that I'm doing and building the slips, then you can sign up for these plans here. So be sure to check that out. Let me know how I'm doing in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, what you agree with, what you disagree with, and how you're doing throughout the weekend. Talk to you guys tomorrow.